Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my NHL 20 franchise mode here in the state of hockey. In the previous episode, we begun the 2025-2026 regular season, and as you can see right there, it's been pretty damn good so far. We struggled in November a bit. We were 500 most of the month, but other than that, we're currently riding like a bunch of games without a regulation loss, and it's like over a month and a half without a regulation loss. We have been lighting the league on fire. We might be on a better pace than we were last year for more wins and more points. I believe we had 126 last year. We're having a damn fine season. We're not a little over halfway through the season. We're 53 games through the regular season. So, what do we do? I stated in the end of the last episode that there might be a move on the way, and I'm gonna get to that potentially. I mean, let's go see how many games that we have actually won in a row. It says that we've won 10 in a row, so we've currently won. Let's go. The last game we lost was against Boston. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games in a row. 11 plus 4, 15 games without a regulation loss. That's a lot of damn games, guys. Without a regulation loss, we have been the best team in the NHL. We're currently 13 points up on second place in the Central Division. We've played 2 more games than the Avalanche, but that is not enough points to come back. So let's go ahead and check out our regular season stats so far. 53 games through the regular season. There are a few people I want to talk about, and I'm hoping... I haven't actually checked the stats since the last time I checked last episode, so there are going to be a few new things to me. Anthony Francis, obviously, ever since the end of November, he has been the best player in the NHL. I know he was a few points behind first place, but I'm hoping he moved into first place for that Art Ross race and MVP. 35 goals, 39 assists through 53 games. Is he on pace for 119? I'm not sure. Hopefully he can hit that. His max seems to be 120. Hopefully he can just have a season and a half. I mean, if we continue our winning ways, there is a possibility that it goes out there and scores 140, right? Because we're halfway through the season. You can say maybe he does it. You never know. Hopefully he does it. Kirill Kaprizov continues to be a dominating player on this team quietly. Quietly a really fantastic piece on this team. He was a centerpiece when we started this franchise mode. He was a prospect that we looked at and we were like, he's the guy to lead us into the future. And until we got Francis, he continued to be that guy. We got Pietrangelo, we got Francis, we got Quinn Hughes. Kirill Kaprizov continues to be a game changer for us. He's a game-winning goal machine. He scores goals left and right. He's about to hit 30. Hopefully he can probably hit 40 this year. It looks like he's going to do that. 61 points through 53 games. He's on pace for one of his better seasons. He can totally finish with 110 this year. Maybe. We will see, I guess. Pietrangelo, after a rough season last year, rough half season, 11 goals through 37 games. I will continue to bring that up. Look at where he's at right now. Will he hit 42? I would say he can do it. Easy 14 goals. I think he can do that. Same with Kaprizov, easily. I think these two guys are very, very similar. They're both really talented guys. I mean, Pietrangelo is obviously a power forward. Kaprizov is a sniper, but they show a lot of similarities. Kel Numminen, he started off the season really weirdly, 20 points through like 40 games, half a point per game wasn't the best. He's now at 30 goals. He's probably going to hit 41. He's on pace for his best season yet. So continue his winning ways. Jack Hughes, there's something about it. Jack Hughes has not been impressive since he's come over to this team. I don't know what it was. I think he has great stats. I mean, you look at his categories. He's got a great offensive awareness, great shooting category, great puck skills, pretty solid defense and skating. Great speed. He's a really, really fast player. I'm just not sure why he's not working with Kel Newman and Hoglander. I'm not sure if Hoglander is the weak link on that second line, but there is a potential trade in the works that I will have to discuss more in depth. Louis Langweeder needs to get better. He's at 15 goals through 52 games. Does not look like he's going to hit the 30 goal mark that he did last year. So maybe he does that. Maybe he doesn't. I'm hoping he does. He had 7-game winners last year. Or he had 7-game winners for the last 2 seasons, right? This year he has 0. So he hasn't been that player yet. He hasn't been the guy. Nils Hoglander is a guy that I would love to go in depth more, but he is kind of attached to a trade I kind of want to make. 25, he's a contract year. Not sure if I'm going to bring him back, especially with Langweeder coming up. A lot of guys potentially moving on. You never really know at this point. Luke Kunin, around half a point per game is where I want him at on the third line. He's good defensively, plus 10. That's all I can really ask for. Chris Griffin, on that third line, he's scoring goals. He's being good defensively. I really like what he's doing for this squad. So that's all I can really ask for at this point. I mean, you got Connor Dewar with 16 points, 8 goals, plus 2. Pretty solid. Jason Zucker with 13. Beckman with 8. So our bottom 6 is doing pretty well compared to previous years where it was lackluster to have a guy with a minus 10 or a minus 7, and you'd have one guy with like a plus 5. They're all really solid plus players. Defense. Defense will always be the most positive part of this team. I know you have Anthony Francis, and it's hard to say that, but when you have the 2-time reigning Norris Trophy winner, the best defenseman in the NHL, Quinn Hughes, 92 overall. I remember bringing him over to the Minnesota Wild all the way back. I can't remember the exact specifics of that trade, but I'm so glad we brought him over halfway through the season. So lucky I made that trade. I think they offered us that trade. They offered us Quinn Hughes, and we tweaked the trade, and we just made it work. Marcus Mironov continues to be impressive. It looks like he'll probably hit over 67 points this year again. Not scoring the goals this year, but he's been impressive nonetheless. Brant Clark is also impressive, but not on pace for 72 or 76. Maybe. Still a little ways to go. 31 games, yeah. It's plenty of time to score a few more goals. Matthew Dumba has been solid. He is probably going to be the casualty to cap on the squad. I do like Matthew Dumba. When we started this franchise mode, he was the guy until Quinn Hughes came in, until Marcus Mironov became the defenseman and Brant Clark, putting up 70 points, 60 points. He was the guy, and then he just kind of dropped off. He's been this 35-point player for the last 4 seasons. That's all I can really say. We got him on a great contract. He's a really solid defenseman. We won a Stanley Cup, right? But he's probably going to be the guy to go, especially when you have Brant Clark and Mironov and Quinn Hughes and a guy like Maurice Potvin coming up in the very near future, right? He is the guy. Oliver Shillington, 12 points, -1, not the best. He's putting up points. I know he was solid in the playoffs for us, right? Maurice Potvin, not the best rookie season, but he's now a depth defender. He's now an 80 overall. He continues to grow. Goaltending. Jaden Weeman. He's at a 920. You know, after we bashed him in the postseason last year, even though we won a Stanley Cup, I continued to talk garbage about him. And it was fair. I don't think anybody can deny my harsh words about him, and I'm assuming he agreed with a lot of things that I said about his play. He was bad. He was not good in the slightest. He bailed us out 1 or 2, 3 games in the playoffs. Yeah, that's probably what won us the Stanley Cup. But there were so many times I can recall in the last 2 playoff runs where he let us down in very late moments in the game, and we could have won more handedly. So he's been good this year. 920 is rare in this simulation, and under 2.5 goals against is even more impressive. Frederick Anderson is a backup. He doesn't have the advanced stats, but he's winning games. I mean, I'm almost considering turning off auto-rotate goalies and just going with Weeman. Okay, and I do want to check the entire league stats. It's new to me. I'm not sure who's leading in what category. Hopefully, maybe Weeman can take home a trophy or two, but it looks like Gregor DeVries for the Boston Bruins is running away with that right as it stands. He's played 6 more games than Weeman. Weeman has the most wins. He's a really good save percentage, but Gregor DeVries for the Boston Bruins has been that franchise goalie. So, not more you can say on that front. It's definitely between these two right now. Hopefully Gregor DeVries falters and Weeman continues to play well. Rookie skaters, it's currently Felix Leidecker. I thought it was only a matter of time until this kid started picking it up. He was a top draft pick in his year. I mean, he was drafted in 2023. He didn't play enough games in his first season. And then he only played 5 in 2005 or 2025. And now he's playing every game. I'm not sure. They've done that with a bunch of players I saw. I saw Ivan Yakupov and a few other prospects that teams in the West just scratched and only played a few games, which is really, really weird, even though he was a 15th overall draft pick in his year, but that was the year where Anthony Francis went first overall. So, yeah. Damien Hunter, Matthew Picard, who was the first overall draft pick last year. Oh, that's funny. Him and Gregor DeVries are just running shot in the entire league. Drew Evans, Jacob Perreault, Tua, Bobby Bobson. Defenseman, who's leading the way in that category, is currently Quinn Hughes. He's got the plus-minus. It's his trophy to lose. Who's leading the way in points? Anthony Francis has caught up. He has played 3 more games than Leon Draisaitl, so I would say Leon Draisaitl is probably going to overtake him in the very near future. Hopefully he kind of stunts his progression and Anthony Francis just goes off. He's over a point per game. He's going to hit 82 points here very, very soon. He's at 10 game-winning goals already. Who's actually leading that category? Anthony Francis is tied for first in the NHL. It is a tight race at the top for the Maurice Richard Trophy. You got Draisaitl, Newhook, McKinnon, and Slafkovsky tied, or you have these 3 guys tied for second, and Anthony Francis and Slafkovsky tied for first. I mean, we had the chance to trade for this guy, but I didn't think it worked at the time, but I'm regretting my decision at this time. Most assists, who's leading in that category? Currently, Kaylor Yamamoto playing with Connor and Draisaitl. I get it. Absolute stud. Hope he progresses like that in real life. But it is time to simulate. Yes, I want to make a trade, but I want to go until we start to falter a bit, or right up until the trade deadline, and maybe make the trade that I'm thinking about. I will discuss it when we get to that point, but if we're just winning outright and we're playing really, really well, there won't be a point to doing it. So the trade deadline is here on the 26th. We will sim up until these last 2 games before the trade deadline. Avalanche, we lose the first game in a very, very long time. Ivan Yakupov to the Carolina Hurricanes for 2 firsts and Koronen. I'm going to say outright that Carolina 100% won that trade. Ivan Yakupov is a high elite. He has not a lot of physical traits, but he is an offensive dynamo. You will notice his name in the very, very near future. Jesus, Carolina with a huge trade. Thank God you get him out of LA. Glad to see that. Thomas Tatar and a 3rd-round pick to the Chicago Blackhawks for Alexei Gravel and a 2nd. I guess now that Montreal lost Gregor DeVries, they still have Price and Caden Primo, if I'm not mistaken. They still have a good goaltending crew. Trading Thomas Tatar, he is getting older, but that's a player. Why would you need Alexis Gravel unless you're in a goaltending situation? I'm honestly not sure what you're doing there, Montreal. Okay, backer for Orlov. No, thank you. Why would I do that? Are we going to hit 40 wins here against Colorado? Oli Mata, no, why? Why would I do that trade? Colorado, we hit 40 wins. 2 games against the Nashville Predators here. No. I don't want to make these stupid trades. At least offer me something intriguing. Wow, Nashville has been terrible. Robbie Fabry to the Philadelphia Flyers, and the San Jose Sharks acquired 2 first-round draft picks for Robbie Fabry. Fabry's a fantastic player. I think he's really, really talented. He keeps getting injured IRL, and it's really, really sad to see, but in this game, he's not going to get injured nearly as much, and Philadelphia gets a really talented guy, but for 2 firsts, hopefully Philadelphia is a good team. I know they just went to the Stanley Cup Finals. They're bolstering their roster. Hopefully we don't meet them again in the finals. And obviously my house is making sound. Somebody flushed the toilet. I wish I was really, really professional and had a soundproof studio. But no, I don't have the money. So 2 straight against the Nashville Predators. We win out both. That is huge to see. Boston Bruins, big victory there. Detroit Red Wings, come on, keep it going. Dumpster French fries. Franchise, 9-2 victory. Calgary Flames, come on. Adam Fox and Ryan Lindgren to the Nashville Predators and to the Rangers. They get a second Mayhew. Nashville 100% won that trade. Adam Fox and Lindgren are 2 really awesome young guys. I know they're a bit older in this franchise mode now, but get 2 really solid defenders. Nashville is a terrible team. I'm not sure what Nashville's doing there. I think they should just tank outright for a top pick. Trade away. I'm not sure what you're doing there. Honestly, not sure what that trade was for both teams. Nashville has fired their head coach in Francois Simard. Jeez Louise, I'm not sure what's going on in the NHL right now. Few wins in a row here. This is huge. Another game against Colorado. 8-1 victory. Hell yes. Edmonton Oilers. Big victories. Come on, keep it going, boys. Chicago Blackhawks. Oh my dear Lord. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in a row. Oh my God, we've lost 1 regulation game in like the last 20 last 30 games. It's nuts. We've been so impressive. I think the trade I planned on making, there's no point because we're just winning outright. I'm going to check the stats as it stands. I want to see how everything's going. Anthony Francis has just gone to another world. Anthony Francis continues to be that guy. There's not much more praise I can give him. 12 game-winning goals, 37 power play points, 44 goals. Did I say that? 100 points. He's got 18 games remaining in the regular season. If I'm not mistaken on math. Yes, I think it works out. Yep. I'm bad at math. Wait. Yes, I'm right. 18 games, okay? 18 games to get 20 points. I think that's easily doable for him. He can get double that in that time. Easily. 100 points already. He's best player in NHL right now. Oh my God, he's got 458 career points in 310 games. I think I read a stat the other day that Wayne Gretzky had 500 points in like career game number 200 something. Wayne Gretzky is the best player of all time, obviously. But Anthony Francis, maybe at the end of his career, he can compete for a Wayne Gretzky award or trophy or just a record. Record, that's the word I was looking for. Alexei Petrangelo continues to be really impressive. 36 points, 36 goals, 38 assists, 74 points, 10 points above a point per game. After a rough season last year, he's looking to come back to his glory days with 103 points. On pace for one of his best seasons yet. He hasn't missed a game yet, which is huge. Kirill Kaprizov, he now booted down from second place on the team. He's at third place. That top line continues to produce 32 goals. He's on pace for 40. He can do it. I believe in him. And that first line is killing it each end of the ice. He's a leader. That's what he's really good at. Cale Newman, 34 goals. He only had 3 that month, but he's at 50 points, which means 19 points to tie his best all-time. 69, nice, haha. He's got 10-game winners. He's important in the fact that he scores goals. He can do it. I think he can hit 41 easily. Right, that's only 7 goals. He was great in the postseason last year. He continues to be that goal scorer where he always shows up. Jack Hughes did get a bit better. He's still kind of disappointing, I'm not going to lie. I wish he would just have his best year, 78 points. I think he's more talented IRL than what he's showing right here, obviously. But has not been that second-line center that I've had in years past with, like, Pierre-Luc Dubois in my last franchise mode with Columbus, but hey, nothing can ever be the same, right? Nils Hoglander, I don't know where I stand on him. There is a trade that I'm going to look at, but we have only lost one game in, like, the last 2 months. So why would I do that to myself? Why would I even try? Because then we'll go on a terrible losing streak, right? Because that's how that works. Louis Langweeder has been okay. Half a point per game. I mean, he had 47 last year. He's 10 up every year. I think he can hit 47. If we continue our winning ways, he could easily do that. Luke Kunin, 30 points, half a point per game. That's what I'm asking for. Chris Griffin, pretty solid. Connor Dewar, 25. Jason Zucker, 16. Beckman with 10. And our throw-in player, Julien Gauthier, right? Our depth has been really good. Everybody is chipping in, but our defense is always the cream of the crop. Quinn, gosh darn Hughes. You know what? 93 points is really, really impressive. But I think he can hit 100. I think Quinn Hughes could 100% hit 100. 25 in 18 games. That is very, very hard, but if we continue winning, I think he could 100% do that. 100% do that. Who was the last defenseman to score 100 points? It wasn't Erik Karlsson. I want to say it was like Paul Coffey or something crazy like that. It's been a very, very long time. Quinn Hughes is about to potentially make some history. You never really know. Marcus Mironov on pace for his best season, I would say. 67 last year, 54 this year. He continues to get better and better and better every single year. Guy is just the best. Like, there's no more positive words in the dictionary that I could potentially use to describe him. He is just the fine tool player. Same with Brandt Clark. Our top 3 defensemen are going to carry us into the future, especially Mironov and Brandt Clark. Quinn Hughes is another thing that we have to discuss, especially with a contract extension. Maybe we go offer it to him right now. But we have Mironov and Clark signed for 7 more years. That brings us very, very far into this future, so we won't have to worry about that for a very long time. Matthew Dumba has been okay. Oliver Shillington, 17 points. Potvin has gotten better. He's a plus player now. He's 80 overall. They've both gotten really, really good. Similar last year with Oliver Shillington and Thomas Hickey. Started off the season really, really poor, but in the latter half, they got really, really good defensively and offensively. They've been really, really good. Hickey is the throwing guy. Hickett, sorry. It's been okay. Goaltending. Has it gotten better? Has it gotten worse? Surprisingly, Jane Weeman has gotten better. And that is weird because goaltenders usually never have a 920. Jaden Weeman has a 921, a 227 goals against, and 38 wins in 49 games. That's so impressive. Okay, let's check the entire league stats. I know we've done a lot of checking stats this episode, but it's a tight race to the top. He has the most wins. Gregor DeVries is still outpacing him. Right? He's played more games. He's played 5 more games. He has 4 less wins. He has a way better save percentages and way better goals against. It's not all about wins, right? Wins is a team stat. Goals against and save percentage is very, very hard to get in this game, and he has been very, very impressive. But if you eliminate Gregor DeVries, Weeman is easily the best goalie in the league right this instant. Rookie skaters. Felix Leidecker is leading the way there. 24 goals. I mean, Damian Hunter has been really good. Drew Evans has as well. Mathieu Picard has been good. Chuo has also been really good. Very, very good rookie class. Okay, defenseman. So you got Quinn Hughes and Marcus Mironov leading the way. The next closest guy to Quinn Hughes is a teammate and his best friend that I would like to believe that they're best friends. And Erik Karlsson is the next guy, and he's played 5 less games. Okay, so you can chalk that up. Maybe you give him 5 points in 5 games or something along those lines, right? Quinn Hughes is he's 22 points ahead of Erik Karlsson. That's all I'm saying. All skaters. You know, Jakub Chistov has played 3 less games. Is he going to score 16 points in... Is he? Is that a thing that's going to happen? No. That's just a fact. In 2 games, he's not going to score 16 points. Or 3 games, he's not going to score 16 points. Who leads in goals? Anthony Francis. And then it's pretty close there. You got Jesper Straka, who won a few years ago. Everberg, who won a few years, maybe? No, I can't recall. Slavkovsky is good, but Anthony Francis holding on tight to both those potential awards. Quinn Hughes with most assists in the league. That is what I love to see. Yamamoto close behind, though. I believe we're the best team in the league as it currently stands. Minnesota Wild with 100 points. Yeah, 18 points ahead of the Vegas Golden Knights in 3 more games. So we've played a lot of games so far, so a lot of teams are going to have a chance to catch up in the later half. But before the trade deadline, I'm going to go over one of the trades that I potentially wanted to make. And now that we're winning so many games, I don't see a reason to do it. Okay, and when I had last checked the block, Patrick Laine was there on the block. And I was debating bringing Patrick Laine on for Nils Hoglander, maybe a first, something along those lines. But now that he's off the block, there's no need to pay that, and we're winning so many games. There's no point in doing that. And there's so many things going on this off season where there's a whole lot of things to deal with, cap-wise, players moving on. It's going to be a completely new team next year, so just a lot of stuff going on. And now I want to check, actually, and see what Quinn Hughes wants right now. So for 8 years, he wants to... Exactly. What did I say last episode, at the beginning of last episode? I checked and saw that he wanted like $19 million over 8 years. Okay, and now he wants... So we could potentially get him for $11 million over 8 years. He wants the 8 years now. I mean, last episode I checked when we originally started the episode, he wanted like $19 million. And I'm like, Jesus, we'll wait and see what he wants. But 1.1 or 11.1 over 8 years, he's 100% worth that deal. Hopefully he takes it and runs with it. Cale Newmanen also needs a contract. I think that's a guy we can wait on because we will work on the money. Right now, we won't necessarily have the money for both those contracts at this very moment. So hopefully he signs that deal. There are no trades I want to make at this very moment because we've only lost 1 game in this calendar month, 1 game in the last, one regulation game in the last 2 months. Right, so let's head towards the end of the month. Hopefully we continue our winning ways. I've changed absolutely nothing, so if we start losing games, it's absolute voodoo, and I hate this game. Come on, keep winning games. Turdovsky and Stanley, the Montreal Canadiens, for Nick Suzuki, Yolanen, and a third. I mean, they get 2 really solid defensemen, but I don't know what Montreal is doing. I seriously couldn't tell you. Okay. No trades I plan on making. Quinn Hughes signs that 8-year deal. Thank God, bringing him up till the age of, oh, come on, do math. 4 plus, he'll be 34. Okay. Continue the winning streak. Keep it going, boys. Let's go to the end of the season here. Come on. We played so many more games than everybody else yet, so it's going to be not a lot of games at the end of the season. Jason Zucker has actually been injured with a fractured elbow out until April 2nd. Head coach replaces player. We'll get Julien Gauthier in there. Let's continue winning. He'll be back at the start of the playoffs, which will be huge, or just the end of this month, actually. Pittsburgh, hell yes. Come on, keep it going down the stretch, boys. 13-2 win over the San Jose Sharks. Dmitry Sokolov has been injured in the AHL, so head coach replaces player. I'm fine with that. Edmonton, come on, keep winning. Best season yet, boys. Come on. I want to see some records shattered. Let's go to the draft class. I haven't checked this out very much this season just because it's been so hectic. Your first overall projected pick is Mats Axelsson from the Frölunda Indians in the SHL. Looks like a playmaking center, 6 foot, 183 pounds, 17 years of age. A few really awesome guys here at the top. Lots to choose from. Okay, let's keep it going here. Come on. Regulation loss. So 2 regulation losses in the last... Oh, no. Pietrangelo has been hurt. Until the 27th, he should be back any moment. Let's just go with what we have. 2 regulation losses in a row. Come on. 8-2 victory. Turn it around, boys. Pietrangelo is back. I know we put Hiccups in, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That doesn't hurt my feelings at all. Come on. Don't hurt yourself. If you hurt yourself, I'll be really mad. 2 big games in a row after 2 regulation losses there. Jason Zucker is back. Big to see. How did Gauthier do in those few games there? 4 points in 11 games. Could be worse, but I like him as a throw-in guy. Not too bad, but I like Jason Zucker more, not going to lie. Okay, let's end this month strong. Come on. Come on. Jason Zucker has immediately been injured. I hate this game. They didn't play any games. He didn't play... What is this game? Oh, my God. Okay. We had 62 wins last year. Let's win these games outright. Come on. Come on, Lewis. No! No! Oh, head coach places player. I know it's a defenseman in there, but 3 games. I'm not too worried. I don't want to micromanage too much. Come on, finish the season off strong. 62 wins here, and we hit 63. 130 points. I don't know what I'm talking about. 4 more points than we had last year, and the regular season is over and done with. Anthony Francis with 128 points. 9 better than he had last season. Regular season is actually over. And will we be getting any players? Oh, no. We will get... we won't have Langweeder back for the first game of the playoffs, but we will be playing the Anaheim Ducks to start the Stanley Cup playoffs. We are the President's Trophy winning team 3 years straight. I want to check that out real quick. It's a relatively short episode, but I thought, you know what? It doesn't really hurt my feelings. Or your feelings, hopefully. We were 24 points better than the Boston Bruins. 24 points. Do you know how impressive that is? Boston Bruins IRL are the best team in the NHL, and we are 24 points ahead of them. Only one other team hit 50 wins in the NHL this year, which is crazy. You usually see more than 1 50-win team. How is our power play? Goals for 363, obviously the best in the league. 4.43 goals for a game. 215 goals against. Power play was 39%. And our penalty kill could have been better, but it wasn't too bad. Jeez Louise. My God. I want to check something out real quick. I know we won a lot of games towards the end of the season. So, we started off the season pretty positive. We were 18-8-1 last time, before we started our long stretch. So, let's talk about this. So, to end December, we had a regulation loss, and then we won 1, 2, 3, 4, or we won 3 in a row. We lost one of the Boston Bruins in OT, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 games in a row without a regulation loss. We lose 1 in regulation, so that's 1. 15. Okay, I gotta do some mental math. Where's my pencil? Pencil. 15 and 1. Okay, 15 and 1. Okay, and then we won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19. And then we lost 2 in a row. Come on. And then we won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. And then we lost 1 regulation game. And then won 1. So, I want to do some math here. Just real quick before my phone dies. So, 15 plus 19 plus 6 equals... So in our last 45 games, we won 40. 40. We won 39 games. We lost 1 in OT. Do you know how damn impressive that is? Sorry, I had to do mental math there. That was hard. That was difficult. But I thought it was worth it at that point. That is, my God. I don't think I've ever had a run like that. We had an 18-game winning streak. We had 15 games without a regulation loss. What a season. Let's go over the regular season stats. I want to see who won what. Anthony Francis obviously led the way on this team in points. 128, the best of his career. Actually, his worst goal output. Yeah, 55 goals is his worst goal output, even though it's hopefully won a trophy. 73 assists is his best. Plus 60 is also his best. 46 power play points is his second best. He actually had his almost his most penalty minutes too. What a season for him. He's a GOAT. He's already a GOAT. 1 Stanley Cup, 3 President's trophies. Apparently he's important to this team. Kaprizov hitting the 100-point marks for the first time since his rookie season. That is what I love to see. A fantastic season from the first line. Petrangelo actually moved from second to third place on this team. 48 goals. Wow, his second best goal, or third best goal output, just behind his rookie season there. Second best point totals, though. He was really, really good. Best power play. We were just rocking. First line is undeniably the best in the NHL at this point. They were all plus 50. What can I say? Francis with 13 game-winning goals. Cale Newman hit 49. 49, yes, that is right. He's almost got 10 up every single season. He went from 31 to 41, from 41 to 49. That is some really good work there. So he didn't have nearly as many assists. He had 1 more point than he had last year, but that is an improvement. He's a better goal scorer. He had more game winners. That is big. Jack Hughes, 63 points. He had 64 last year, about the same season. Less goals, more assists. You can say what you want. It was an okay season. I expect better from him. He was better defensively. He had less penalty minutes. He was good. I think I have this weird warped vision of my second line center getting 80 plus points, but that is hard. I don't really expect that from Jack Hughes. He was good. I got to give him some credit, especially playing alongside Cale Newman. They were really, really good together. Nils Höglander was the weakest person on the line. I always asked for him to get at least 65 points a season. It was a down season for him, I'm not going to lie. Less goals, less assists, better plus minus though. We weren't playing him on the power play though. I had failed to realize that we hadn't been playing him on the power play. It wasn't a bad season. I'll give him that. But if we're being honest, he is probably on the way out. Louis Langweeder had 32 goals. 1 more than he had last year. In 2 less games, actually. Better point totals. So he's gotten better every single year. He was good on the power play. 2 game winners, though. Less than last year, though. But he was good. He is injured until, I want to say, the second game of the postseason. Luke Kunin, half a point per game. Over half a point per game, actually. Missing 2 games there, actually. So he was good. Chris Griffin, almost a half a point per game. 20 goals in a sophomore season. Yeah. Connor Dewar, 29 points. Came in I think this is his official rookie season. Yeah, his official rookie... Or he's too old for a rookie season, technically. 26 is too old, but... Good first season with the Wild. Jason Zucker got hurt there. 12 games, actually. He's out until the 26th of April. He was good He was okay. He was good defensively. Probably won't bring him back next year, though. Adam Beckman... Also pretty solid. Gouthier, 4 points in 15 games. Okay, throw-in player. Defense will always be the most positive thing on this team. Quinn freaking Hughes, over an assist a game, 95 points. Almost hit the 100-point totals. Or point total. 12 goals. Is that his best goal totals ever? No, second best. Close, but he had better point totals than last year. Better on the power play. Gotta love him. I love him. And we got him to a great contract. Yes! Yes! Everything's working out. Marcus Mironov, 75 points. His best season ever. Yes, you heard that right. 75 points, his best yet. Brant Clark, 60 points. That is 16 down from last year. Missed 2 games, but he was really, really good. Matthew Dumba, 31 points. He was okay. 31 points as a defenseman is really, really good. Plus 46 is also really, really solid. Oliver Shillington, 24 points, plus 18. Him and Potvin got better throughout the season. Potvin is now an 80 overall. I think that's what he was the last time we checked, but he continues to progress. Hickett's was the throw-in guy. He wasn't too bad. Jaden Weeman. He got worse down the stretch, okay? But he hit 50 wins. He didn't have over double digits in losses. Regulation losses, actually. 5 shutouts, 914, 245 goals against. He was the man. Maybe we should have just let him play every game. I mean, we ended up winning. we ended up going 39-6 down the stretch. He was an important part. I will give him that. But now it's time to check to see who might win some awards this season. I'm assuming Gregor DeVries held up his end. He played 9 more games than Weeman, so you can take that into account. I'm assuming he's just going to win outright just because of how good his save percentage is, how good his goals against is. Definitely his season coming over from Montreal to Boston. What a trader. Having his best season yet. Defenseman. It is obviously Quinn Hughes' trophy. 20 ahead of Marcus Mironov. 22 ahead of Erik Karlsson. Worst plus minus. It is 100% Quinn Hughes' trophy. 3 straight Norris trophies. Rookie skaters. Who's taking home the Calder? Felix Leidecker, 15th overall pick in 2023. The most stacked draft in NHL history. Comes out in his rookie season. Has a great, great year for the Anaheim Ducks. A scary guy that we're going to have to watch out for in the first round. Damian Hunter, Tua, Drew Evans, Picard were really, really good. Really, really solid rookie class. Now it's time to see who's winning the Art Ross. And Anthony Francis holds on towards the end of the season. No, he doesn't just hold on. He's 18 points ahead of Jakub Chistov, Yamamoto, Nathan McKinnon, Kaprizov. Screw them all except Kaprizov. He is the man. He is undeniably the best player in the NHL. His 4th straight Art Ross trophy. Probably his 4th straight Hart trophy. It'll probably be his 2nd Maurice Richard trophy. Oh, there is a tie for the first place in goal total. The Rocket trophy will be split on Anthony Francis and Jesper Straka this year. I said he had a chance. Wish Anthony Francis won outright, but definitely a better season than Straka, easily. Quinn Hughes actually tied for first in assists with Kailer Yamamoto. That is crazy. Great season all around from all the boys. Who had the best plus minus? Ya boy, Anthony Francis. We're taking home some awards, but obviously it is a long road ahead to the one trophy I want the most. We're trying to go back-to-back in Stanley Cups. Hopefully, we can do that. 3 straight President's Trophies, 4 straight Art Rosses for Anthony Francis, 3 straight Norrises for Quinn Hughes, and we're trying to go for Stanley Cup number 2. The playoffs start tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this one, please leave a like, leave a comment, share with people who you think may enjoy this sort of thing. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.